Hello everyone, this is video podcast for Group 5. The podcast explores the following issues: the current applications of education in virtual worlds, the advantages and disadvantages of using virtual worlds for education, guidelines for the successful or effective use of virtual worlds for educational purposes. To start off, there is one thing that we do continuously every day of our lives. We learn, and we never stop learning in the real world. Almost $1,000 billion were spent on education globally in 2010. The youth of today have been labeled the gaming generation and tend to look for distractions that can provide a form of entertainment rather than the traditional education. Virtual worlds aim to introduce a new format of learning to the young and the old. Any 3D dimension, web-based, multi-user virtual environment can be considered a virtual world. There are dozens of virtual worlds in existence, but only a few offer educational capabilities. Of these are OpenSim, 3D, Active World, and the most popular, Second Life. Second Life can be seen as the Sims meets Facebook in virtual environment or in virtual world. So, what forms of education are currently operating in Second Life? Since this virtual world allows users to build and place objects in the world, the only limit is the user's imagination. The biggest educational presence in Second Life is the New Media Consortium Campus. The New Media Consortium Campus events, it supports events, classes, demonstration, arts exhibition, and learning experiences. Not only will this be an additional resource to students, but also the only form of education for some students, especially those who are traveling or who have traveling restrictions. Taking you through advantages and disadvantages of virtual worlds for education. There are a lot of advantages as this technology is evolving, and a few challenges that it's still facing. So advantages include that virtual worlds allow students and lecturers to communicate without physically seeing each other. They improve class interaction and take away the fear of participation from students. So students get a clear vision of what they're being told about since they're actively engaged with objects. So virtual worlds also eliminate traveling and communication costs. With all these advantages mentioned about, virtual worlds also allow for synchronous and asynchronous interaction with the teacher and students in a particular class. There are a few advantages which include openness, lack of protection, startup cost, high technical requirements for computer systems, and steep learning curve to control avatars in virtual worlds. So when we talk of openness, we talk of the public and the publicity and availability of virtual worlds to everyone that uses them. So these could pose real threats and threats to young people using virtual worlds for education. Coming to the lack of protection due to the increase in the population of users in virtual worlds, monitoring of the sites is also hindered. Taking you through guidelines for the successful and effective use of virtual worlds for education. The guidelines include the following: collaboration in cross-functional teams, social networking, build students' leadership skills, and then there's few which is skill project to feed resources, leverage on in-world research, and distance learning tool. There are a lot of guidelines which guide successfulness or effectiveness of virtual worlds for education. This is the end of it. Thank you.